At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the code I used to create my own AI wrappers, and you can download it and create your own AI wrapper. I'm going to build yet another AI wrapper, and I'm going to make millions of dollars, and I'm going to buy a big house, and I'm going to buy a big car, and I'm going to buy 2 big houses. This has been the thought process of every single independent app developer seeing all of the AI wrapper apps make millions of dollars on the App Store. But is it too late to build yet another AI wrapper? That's the question that I've delved into creating my own AI wrappers in the past few months. What has scared me? It rocked me to my core. It has been the biggest scare that I've ever had in, not really. It hasn't really. Apple iOS 18 is going to have ChatGPT built directly into the phone. So all of these thin AI wrappers that I thought I could ride the wave of, all of a sudden no longer viable if everyone has a magic device in their pocket at any given time that has access to the wonderful world of AI. So is it still viable to create thin AI wrappers for generating revenue, for becoming a millionaire? That's what I'm going to dive into. Vsauce here. What is code? And does it exist? Do you exist? Do I exist? With any new technology, there's always the first movers, and these are the people that jump onto the technology because either they love it and they want to see what it does and play around with it. Like, they're the true hackers of the indie hacker scene. They're the ones that jump onto this technology and see what it can do. But they're also the pioneers that some of us sit back and watch and say, hey, are they going to generate any revenue from this? Is this just a cool little project they're working on? Or is there something to this? Most of the time, if you are a first mover, there's a lot of downsides, total risk of failure. You could develop an app or an idea, and you could create something that doesn't exist, or the technology that it's backed on doesn't exist in a month or 2 months or a year's time. It gets cannibalized by another product, another competition, or even the interest in this from a general consumer basis is just, it's novel and people don't want it. So sometimes it's best to sort of sit back and be the second wave. Watch the first movers. They've jumped onto the wave. They've surfed down to shore, and you can see which ones have fallen down, why they've fallen down, which ones have been eaten by sharks, where the dangers are, and which ones have made it all the way to the shore with their money bags, running as fast as they can to buy their big houses, their big yachts, and their big cars. So there's a bit of FOMO, I have to admit. Late last year, I built 3 AI wrappers: a fish identifier, insect identifier, and a vegan ingredient identifier. It's basically an API call to OpenAI using the new visual functionality. You take a photo of a fish, take a photo of an insect, or take a photo of food. It sends it over to the OpenAI API and ask the question, what fish is this? Or what ingredient is this? Or what insect is this? So I've added paywalls to all of my AI wrapper apps, and pleasantly surprised to find that they've been generating about $400 to $500 revenue per week combined across all of the apps. And they've only been monetized for a couple of weeks. So it's not the millions of dollars that people are promising. These AI wrappers that I built didn't take too long to build. I think probably in total around about 2 weeks to create 3 different AI wrapper apps, and to generate $23,000 from 2 weeks of work. Not actually that bad. Is it too late to build another AI wrapper? If you're looking for a quick, fun side project, something to sort of experiment with AI and with the technology, I think go for it. I think have a play around with it. Set your expectations that you might only make $20,000 per year off it. If that sounds appealing, go for it. So this is the AI wrapper that I've created, and you can download all of the code on my GitHub. Link is in the description of this video down below. If you use this code, don't forget to tag me on Twitter, and we'll feature your app in a future video if it's good. So what's my plan with these AI wrappers? Well, while the hype cycle is still high and while people still have a bit of FOMO, I want to exit these apps and sell them. So in a future video, I'm going to show you how to value an app, how to sell your app, how to get it out there, how to position it, do all the due diligence, all of the things you need to do to sell your app. I'm going to document that whole process. So if you want to see this journey unfold, subscribe. That was going to be my final take. I was about ready to publish it onto YouTube, but I realized that there's a bit more context here and a bit more to talk about. And I've gone through my own personal anecdote, my own personal experience building AI wrappers, and personally going forward, I won't be building another AI wrapper. We could be in the middle of a bubble, so the lifespan of an app in this space might be short-lived. And I would also be considering that the App Store is just saturated with these things now. There might be some other channels that you can think of to generate users to your app. And if that's the case, it could be a good experiment, something to play around with. But I do stand by the fact that I think these thin AI wrappers are limited, oversaturated, in a bit of a bubble. If you're wanting to play around with it and experiment, go for it. That sounds like a great idea. But generally, you might find your time better suited to making a bigger AI product that integrates into an existing app. I'll give you a quick example of an AI implementation that I will be building in the future, and that's my body measurement tracker app. I've got all of the body measurement tracker details trained on the user's details. So if they've been using the app for 6 months, they've got 6 months of tracking their weight, height, muscle sizes within the app. An AI agent within that app can be trained on all of that data and provide a much more personalized experience, which is a lot harder for another app to sort of come in and make a thin AI wrapper. It's more of a value add that gets added to the apps. And I think this is the direction I will be taking it in the future. And this is where like even a Siri implementation of ChatGPT might fall behind, or even thinking out loud, Siri could have intentions in the future where we can just hook our existing data into some sort of Siri implementation with AI. And I guess I could be missing something. That could be what Apple Intelligence does, but we'll find out. And it's kind of exciting. I do like to be in this first wave and second wave of these products because this sort of stuff really does, this innovative stuff makes me... it keeps me going and it keeps me very excited about what to build, how to implement functionality, and how to monetize it. It's a fun time and exciting time to be documenting that process with my channel.